If you are being told that you have to physically leave Earth to ascend, I want you to pause, put your feet on the ground, and listen. Because I went through that same rabbit hole myself. And these are some of the things that I learned that brought me to a sovereign truth. Ascension is real, but it doesn't mean you leave Earth. Let me ask you a question. Why are we guided to heal our body, clear our energy, learn what healthy boundaries are, navigate our path based on our energy body if all we're going to do is leave it? If we don't have the vessel, our energy body can't function as a being. Not all energy takes form, but when they do, when that energy body chooses form, it's needed in order to interact and engage with a meaningful life in form. There is not a ascension that picks you up in a ship and takes you to another location. Ascension is not a point on the map, it's a frequency change. How do you obtain that frequency change? You heal. You look within yourself with an honest, grounded eye, full of love and compassion and kindness. That same love, compassion, and kindness that you keep looking outside of yourself for, you have to be able to look at your own self that way and then heal it. When your nervous system has lived however many lives, including this one, looking over your shoulder, wondering when the next bad thing is going to happen to you, AKA for you, your nervous system gets trained to stay hypervigilant. That means it doesn't matter how many positive affirmations you say, you can be saying, I am sovereign, I am safe, I am whole, I am free, till you're blue in the face. If your nervous system never gets the chance to relax and exhale, your nervous system never believes those affirmations. It never matches the energy within your body because your energy is staying hypervigilant because you don't trust, because you don't have that faith, because it doesn't feel real. That's why when we say your body knows your truth, that's what that means. Now, you can be flooded with false light and to make you believe things that really aren't true because it feels good and you want to believe it and it escapes all the work. Why wouldn't we? It's that if it sounds too good, it to be true, it probably is. That's the case we're dealing with here. And I never want to give those that are taking advantage of people an opportunity to be off the hook. This all came about because of people wanting to exploit the good nature and the positive intentions of people wanting to help humanity so that they could ascend. But if you're still looking over your shoulder, if you still feel like where's the next attack going to come from, if you're still questioning feelings because you're not sure how you even feel about yourself, if you feel suffocated by your own life, so you've done all these activations and you've done the channeling and you've done the singing bowls and you've done the retreats and you've done the medicine journeys, and you go back into your day-to-day life and you still feel suffocated, that is your sign that you have given out a lot of energy that is taken from you, but you have not had the reciprocal receipt of the energy to clear out the space and declutter. And that's what I find. People sign up for things because they want the quick fix. They want the Burger King mentality. They want to have it their way. But the truth of the matter is that you have to just be willing to love yourself enough to sit in the pain long enough to heal the wound. And most people avoid pain at all cost. They don't want to hurt. They don't want to hurt again. They don't want to feel that again. They want to heal without that again. But if you cannot articulate one simple question: who are you? If you don't know who you are, which unfortunately is exactly where I meet people most of the time, they don't know who they are because they've been living with the projected labels from outside of them their whole life. They've never been given the opportunity or haven't taken the opportunities to get to know who they really are and what really matters to them on a soul level. I'm not talking about who you are as a career or who you are because other people call you things, mom, sister, brother, cousin. That's not who you are. Those are identities, those are labels. Who are you? This takes a moment of reflection to really get down to the idea of who are you in energy? What do you project? And what do you send out into the world? Is that truly how you feel and who you are? This takes reconciliation. So if you still find yourself there with all this friction around you and confusion and lack of faith, lack of trust, mostly in yourself, and that translates to others, healing, that's all it means. It's not the end of things. It's not, okay, well, you have to get off the train, you can no longer ascend. That's not what it means. I'm simply saying stop giving your energy away to people, places, and things that aren't teaching you energy sovereignty, because that's the key. If you're encountering any being, any entity, any group, any organization, and they say, come to me, give me all that you have, and we will transform you and make sure that you ascend, it's a lie, because no one can do that for you. You have to do that for you. So when people encounter me, I say, I'm going to give you everything I can to get you clear. And I'm going to teach you how to stay clear if you're willing to stay with me for a few conversations. And then I send you out of the nest to navigate your life, your newfound path of energy sovereignty. This is how you navigate the world. I nor anyone else can be with you to hold your hand throughout this journey. You have to know how to navigate it. It cannot. In the quantum, we're not waiting on classes and activations to know what to do next. There's no fake it till you make it in Ascension because it's all energy reading. So whenever you say to the universe, the spirit guides, your team, I'm ready for that. I can handle that. You know what they check in with? Your energy, your nervous system. What is taking up free rent space in your mind on a loop? That's what they check into. And they go, yeah, well, we heard your mouth say that. But everything about your energy says you're not ready. And that's okay. You just need more time to heal. But if you never get into a position where you feel empowered to heal and then embody the lesson, you're stuck on another negative loop. That is what I am seeing. Once you welcome in your shadows, because you've had them boxed away in the closet, or you've been running from them your whole life, once you realize that they are in your life for you, to give you the friction to evolve, to grasp the lesson that you've been needing for many lives, then it becomes a partnership and not a rescue. You don't need to be rescued from your life. That's escapism. You have to work through and navigate the energies of the life you soul contracted and of the free will choices that you've made. Those are consequences that everybody has to deal with. If you make choices and you have the consequences and you don't like them and you don't want to repeat them, then you take steps not to repeat them. Because doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is what? It's the definition of insanity. Am I calling you insane? No. But some of our behaviors that are learned and propagated are the definition of insanity. And the only way we can stop them is to get off the hamster wheel and go, you know what? This does not make much sense for me in my world today. Whenever your nervous system starts to see that you're taking the steps to heal, that you're taking the steps to heal the core wounds so you're not always running on triggers, so that you can feel safe in your own body, in your own space. You're going to start to sleep better, unassisted. You're going to start to have slower reactions that don't resemble being triggered because the wound is healed. When the wound heals, that's when you no longer become triggered. So if you're walking around saying, I did all my shadow work, but you're constantly being triggered all day, every day by people that you do not control, you have not done your shadow work completely. If you have many, many more introspective moments versus evaluating everybody around you in a shame, blame, fear, judgment tone. If you're not doing that anymore, that is signaling to your nervous system that you are healing and you are ready. So your body is coming with you. You do not leave it. The natural byproduct of rising frequency and vibration is better health. So when you're really doing it, you really should see improvements. Organic changes in your diet. Your body will no longer want things that are bad for it in the moment. It will crave things that are good for it energetically. Uh, Good clear water, um, alive food, fruits and vegetables, and things prepared in a way that allows the nutrients to feed your body versus poisoning your body. This is the beginning of another series. Hang in there. We're going to get through Ascension together. See you next time.